Hi, I'm Lise Colucci, and I am one of the life coaches over at QueenBeeing.com, over there with Angie Atkinson. And we are there to help you with anything related to dealing with a narcissist in your life. So if you need the healing, if you need help, if you need information, head over to QueenBeeing.com for lots of information. Otherwise, we're going to get started. We're going to talk about a topic. Somebody asked a question that's something they're really struggling with right now. So I'm just going to do a short talk on this, which is when the narcissist devalues you while they are discarding you. So at the point of discard, and they give you words that stick in your head that are words that you start tearing your own self up over. And we're going to talk about that. So before we start, if you have not hit subscribe here, hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up if you like this information. And if you need any help with anything, you can find me in the main description of every video. There's coaching, group coaching. You can email me, whatever you need. It's all there. So let's get started. Okay, so I had a question. This person says, I can't get the last words he said to me out of my mind. I'm a good-looking guy. I can do better than you. First of all, who says that, right? Except someone completely toxic. Who says that? Unless you are just like so angry and you're just like saying something just to hurt someone. Who says that? I'm a good looking woman. I can get someone better than you. I mean, come on. Right? Okay. So that's just to make a little joke of how ridiculous they sound when they say that. But to this person, it affected them a lot, and it really hurt them, and it stuck. This stuck in their head. They said, "I don't think I can ever recover from that. Just writing it makes me cry." It's been a few weeks, and they've broken no contact a couple times just to try and get some closure, but it's not working, right? Because it hurts so much. And they feel like it's kind of true. He has lost a bunch of weight while she feels like she has gained weight, and she feels crushed, like it's her fault. And if she were prettier, younger, and thinner, he would not have left. How many of us have been there, right? Oh my gosh. So the narcissistic person who is discarding like this is deliberately trying to hurt you with their words, inflate themselves, devalue you. A narcissist can't inflate themselves without devaluing someone else. They can't be like, oh my gosh, I did so great today. I'm so amazing. And so are you. No, they don't do that. Those are called nice people. Narcissists aren't nice people. And they build their ego up by deflating other people. So another thing a narcissist does at the point of discard is, especially if there is conflict going on where they feel like you might be going to leave them, or if they are discarding you in order to punish you, and they know they're going to hoover you right back in. One thing that they one things that they sometimes do is that they will put on a fake mask of everything's fine, everything's great. I'm so amazing. I can get anything I want. I don't need you. They really are wishing they could keep your supply as well. They maybe want to go out and do other things, but it's not about you. Do you see what I'm saying? They are either faking it, or they are building themselves up to knock you down, because it's the only way they can make themselves look better than everybody else, right? It is super painful because you're at the point of your most vulnerable. You're losing a relationship. You're losing this person you love. You're losing everything in this moment. And they hit you. Instead of saying, I'm sorry, this couldn't work out. We need to go our separate ways. We clearly can't get along, or even just saying bye and running off, right? Instead of just doing that, no, they have to hit you with something that not only makes you feel uh, like it's your fault, but worthless, useless, unlovable, undesirable, and like you're going to be all alone for the rest of your life. Okay, you guys, it isn't true. It isn't true. This is a tactic they're using to keep you right where they want you, which is beneath them and pining away for them. They're the only ones who can fix it. This person's describing breaking no contact to get closure, but all you're doing when you're doing that is chasing your tail, because They're never going to, first of all, there is no closure with a narcissist. And second of all, they're never going to say, you know what, I said that in a fit of rage. You're actually gorgeous. And I'm actually jealous of anyone else who gets to have you. Right. Like they're ever going to say something like that. They often knock down people that are incredibly beautiful, incredibly, and it doesn't even matter. Like our physical appearance isn't who we are, right? But they make it seem like you are the grossest, like, thing that should be locked in a tower and, you know, and that's how you feel, and that's how you're left feeling because it was given to you. That dose of ugly was handed to you at a very vulnerable moment in your life when you're already sad and hurt and feeling bad about yourself and feeling low, right? So yeah. So let me say hey to you guys. Hey, Jack, thanks for reporting to duty. Hello, scammer alert. Hello, Ellen. Hello. And Grace and UNA, and that's it. Let's see. Well, I'm doing the same thing, faking it. That's okay. It's different. They're faking it to make it seem like nothing's wrong so that they look better than you and like they didn't need you. Which we may be doing too in the face of them simply to diminish their importance. Well, what are they doing to you? They're diminishing your importance, right? So that's okay. Stupid question. No stupid questions here. That's okay. Why do they block you on certain social media apps but never block on Instagram? Probably to confuse you, to be conflicting, to make it look like you're blocked. To they want to still watch. Oh, I forgot Instagram. Oh, I forgot that one. I never go there anyway. When they actually do. They block to keep power, and they don't block to keep power. And everything they're doing is to keep control and power. So it's best if we block them so that we don't see the games they're playing. You see what I'm saying? One thing that did is that I can't, I don't know. I think it is an awesome question, actually. And it's one thing that they're doing when they do that. Oh, I've blocked on Facebook. I'm blocked on TikTok. I'm blocked on wherever, right? They're still liking my things on Instagram, or they're still commenting, or they're still there. Why are they doing that? What just happened? Your focus is where? Is it on your life? Nope. It's on them. So it keeps you in the cycle. It's I call it the chink in the door, like the little crack in the door that they can stick their foot through, burst through when they are ready to hoover you. You see? They're keeping your interest on them. So block them, you be the one. Let's see. What else we got here? So I hope that is it helpful to the person who is struggling with this good looking guy who can get anyone saying that to her. I hope that explains that this isn't about his looks or anything. Whether or not he's good looking is aside. He may be, who cares, right? He's clearly not good acting, and he's clearly not good emotionally and good spiritually and good in any other way. So if all he's got is looks, whatever, it's not. People look really ugly when they behave really ugly, and if you can see them like that, then you see the truth, and right. But it isn't because you aren't enough. It's never, ever, ever because you're not enough. I promise. It is not because we're not enough. They're the ones who aren't enough. They aren't enough emotionally. They aren't giving enough. They aren't caring enough. They aren't empathic at all, right? There is no empathy. So they're the ones who are lacking. We are always, just as we are, good enough, right? And of course there's things every single person can improve in their life. I'm not saying we're perfect, and they're like that. It's that it's not because you're not enough, and you're not pretty enough, you're not smart enough, you're not, that they disappear, that they discard, that they devalue you. In fact, you could be amazing at something and they will devalue that thing. You could be the most beautiful person in the world and they would devalue your looks. I have heard the stories. I hear them all the time. And I see the people who are talking to me and I'm thinking, this person is stunning. What's that narcissist thinking, right? And it wasn't that they were thinking, they were deliberately devaluing. So it isn't about you, it's about them and their need to hurt people and their need to knock you down in order to build themselves up. Okay? So please, if you feel like you are not enough and you are not pretty enough, not smart enough, not handsome enough, not strong enough, whatever it is, it's not about that. It really, really isn't. Okay, let's see. What do we have going on here? So what are other have any of you been devalued? Anyone in chat during a discard? Um, in their apologies, they do devaluing. I'm sorry that you feel that I did that. I'm sorry that or they give these fake apologies and twist things back to you. Or how about when they devalue you by knocking down everything you ever were in the relationship and making it seem like you're the bad guy? Have you had that one? That's an interesting one where they I don't know if they really believe it or if they're lying to themselves so much that they eventually believe it. I don't know why they do it, but I have seen it, I've heard it, experienced it, where they twist the truth around so much that it looks like you're the one who did something wrong, and they either had to leave or why you left them, right? That it couldn't possibly be that it had anything to do with them, even remotely. So, yep. Okay, what do we got going on here? Highly sensitive Wookie. Hello. Um, my abuser and I are both musicians. I lift him up, he tears me down and turns compliments into insults just by the tone of his voice. Yes. I'm sorry. Oh, yes. Uh-huh. They're miserable, right? UNA tried to leave the house today, couldn't do it. Panic attack. Know how to handle panic attack. That's not me. Should be perfectly capable of going out. What? Um, sometimes it's a bad day, right? And we just chalk it up to that. And then we get up and try again later, right? If you know how to handle it, maybe today you just needed to be in. Maybe you just needed to curl up. Sometimes it happens. Trauma and recovery and living with CPTSD, there are days like that, even when you feel like you're fully healed, right? So, um, in fact, I had a day like that last week, and then it turned out I was coming down with a flu. So I really hope you're not getting sick. But that's all it was. And I went, oh, okay, that's why I've been anxious all day. But hopefully that's not it. But let's see. Why are they so wired in mirroring their partner? My ex mirrored everything about me. Now he's doing it to another person. Why are they inconsistent? Because they have no personality of their own that is true. They have fractions and fragments of other people's personalities that they wear as masks in order to present themselves to the world the way they want to be seen by the people that they're around. So it's akin to like if you were like when in Rome, like behave the way other people are behaving in a certain area so that you fit in. They're really good at that. They're chameleons, right? And they do, but underneath that, like normally if you do that, you're doing it and you're doing it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is really weird. I'm faking it all night. Oh, this is hard. That's their norm because underneath that is the miserable, devaluing, self-hating, critiquing, criticizing, judging, terrible person. And there is no other personality. So that's one reason they do it. They also do it to groom new supply or to groom new groups of people, or if they're communal narcissists, to groom an entire group of people to believing that they are something that they're not, so that they can then fit in and then control things from their narcissistic perspective. All right. Last one, I tried to apologize and was told to my face, this is UNA, that my explanations and apologies were pathetic, just pathetic. Actually said pathetic. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, you see, hello, what are we saying here? Oops, sorry. Um, did I answer the mirroring thing? I think I did. I'm sorry for you're disappointed. I'm sorry for not doing what I said I'd do. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Other ways they devalue when they discard. Hey, Yadira, excellent. 70 days. Keep going. Hopefully, you're starting to feel a little bit more like yourself now at this point. I hope. Um, oh, whoa, whole bunch of chat all at once. Let's see. You wish you learned more improvisational skills. um, okay. Oh, you guys are chatting. Okay. I'm like, what am I reading? I don't understand. Okay. All right. So, any other questions, you guys, about either about devaluing, any experiences you've had in being devalued at the end and how painful that is? Because, see, when you're devalued at the end, at the discard, like this person wrote, the reason that they are probably trying to seek this closure is because normally you're devalued and then given silent treatment or devalued, and then there's like a blow up, and then you're apologizing, and then the whole cycle starts again. But when it's at the point of discard, there's nowhere left to go. So you're stuck waiting for the thing that's going to relieve it, because it always has, without without the breadcrumbs. No more breadcrumbs, all gone, breadcrumbs gone. And yet, and not only that, but they're going to hit you with something that leaves you wanting the breadcrumbs, leaves you wanting the praise and the affection, and then to say, you know what, I didn't mean it. You're beautiful. Of course, I didn't mean that. I was just angry. We're waiting for that cycle to start again. And when the cycle doesn't start again, you're stuck. You're trauma bonded. That is why. Okay. And until you can see that that is a really awful thing to say to any human being ever, even if you're angry, then until you're there and you can say, I don't want anything to do with that person, then we fight through the trauma bonds. And if you can do your very best to the person who wrote this and to anyone out there, to not contact, stay no contact. Let's see how it is for you, Dira. She says, I was given silent treatment for 2 days, and then he told me to live my best life. Ouch. Yeah. Yes, less brain fog. So at 70 days, you got less brain fog, and you are starting to feel a little more like your good self. Obviously, it's not over, right? There's still a lot of healing going on. But I'm glad that that's going on, because it does help to get away from the cycle that we're describing here, right? That cycle keeps you in the cycle. That's the problem, and it's the same cycle with the Hoover and the discard going over and over and over again as it is in the relationship with the devaluing and the love bombing. So it just flips to a different, it just looks different. Same things happening in your brain. Got to stay away from them in order to stay safe from it. Okay. You still love the jerk. Yeah, I know. You know, start seeing them for who they really are. You can love them. You can love a jerk. Sure. Why not? Just don't be around them. Right? And then hopefully turn that into seeing that some piece of this loving them is trauma bonding. Some piece of it is you love the delusion. You love the delusion they presented to you of who they pretended to be, right? You love the good side. You don't love the whole package, because the whole package is not there is no empathy. And without empathy, how do you share a loving bond, right? On that, you have to have a reciprocal empathy for a truly loving bond between two people, right? Otherwise, you're loving a rock, which is fine. You can love a rock, but it's not giving back much except for looking like a rock, right? So, yeah, you get a little clearer and better every day. Good. Yeah, just keep working towards seeing them as they are, who they are for what they are, and remember that the good and the bad are not two sides. They are the same person. The good and the bad is the narcissist. That's what they are, right? We wouldn't stay with them if it was all bad, most of us. So the good is the glue that keeps you stuck to something really awful. So try to see the whole package if you can. Um, what do we got going on? What there was a question here. Uh, Ellen says I let my bestie move in, and now we're clashing as I set boundaries. Oh, it's so hard, isn't it? The lovely boundary setting and learning to do it, and the stickiness that happens with other people, right? Mm. Yes, I have a question I'll ask again as it slipped by me. Good. Okay, Jack, where's your question? Can you give examples of devaluing and especially discarding from a parent or family member? Oh my gosh, you never are there for me. How dare you? How dare you say that about me? How dare you walk away when I'm talking to you? You are you never were what do they say? You're nothing but a spoiled brat who's always trying to get your way. You are, and then at this, and then bam, silence, right? You are, uh, you've always been this way. You've always been a difficult child. You see things like that, criticisms of your character from the day you were born, right? It's that. That's what it is from a parent and family members. Well, your mother's right. Your mother was right about you if it's a family member, right? All the things we've said. I mean, it must be true. As they're instead of just saying, "Wow, this is a really difficult family dynamic and it's not working, so we should probably have some time apart," right? Which would be a little healthier. But is that good examples for you, Jack? There. You can understand how parents and family narcissists do devalue phases, but can you give examples of a discard? Yeah, I'm writing you out of the will and I don't ever want to talk to you again. If you do this, I will never speak to you again. And then they don't. Um, um, get out of my if you're living in or helping, get out of the house. I don't ever want you, you're not welcome here. Um, I will only talk to you if you agree to these terms. So sometimes they'll set up the discard so that you have no choice. I will only talk to you if you agree to my terms. And that's it, right? Trying to think of any of actually seeing. I don't often see the discard from the family members. It's usually the survivor needing to go no contact. That's usually what I run across, but I'm sure it happens. Let's see here. Oh, there's so much in the chat today. Hi, love bug. Experience that living with besties, set boundaries. Yep, yep. Okay. Hey, Cassandra. When you are being discarded, she says, and they are telling you they are leaving, can this discard be a power game? Heck yeah. I'm going to walk out that door. I am never coming back. What are you going to do? You either go, later, or you scream and cry, or you fight, or say, don't you dare walk away from you engage. You engage. They are in power. Game on, game in play, right? As soon as you engage in anything like that. So, yes, it is absolutely a power game. hmm I will allow you in the family if you give up your religion. Yep, if you give up your religion, if you give up your husband, if you give up your job, if you ignore your friends, if you yeah. Yeah. Uh let's see. Um okay. Anything else? Did I miss anything, you guys? I'm reading back. I've got about 5 more minutes and then I have to head out and go grab my kiddos. So um yes, we do, Jack. Nothing is ever enough. Nothing is ever enough. Let's end with that. Nothing is ever enough. That's right. And that is why, back to the very beginning of this, it was never. I mean, how many of you think it was this person? When I read to you, oh, I lost it. Where'd it go? It's my fault. If I were prettier, younger, and thinner, they never would have left. How many of you think that is accurate? I don't. In fact, I know it's not. It's not. It's not. It's just that nothing's ever enough. They wanted something. They wanted to get away with something, or they got caught doing something. Often if they get caught, like say they get caught cheating, they'll start pulling stuff like this to make it seem like it's your fault. If you were better, I never would have had to do that. Well, that's just nonsense. And yeah, okay. Um, okay. Okay. Anything else, you guys, today? I'm going to have to head out here in just a second. Otherwise, let's see. You are welcome. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go and I will be back hopefully tomorrow. If you guys ever have questions that you want me to, or like a topic you want me to talk about, or a question like I did today, a question answer kind of thing, you can always message, email, or get a hold of me somehow and find me over on Facebook, whatever, and let me know what it is. And I will gladly, if it's something I feel like an answer it and hopefully get some information out there for other people going through the same exact thing you are because there's lots of people going through this stuff. Okay. um oh, welcome first time, hit subscribe, thumbs up, all the good stuff. And also, again, I am Lise Colucci. I am one of the life coaches over with Angie Atkinson at QueenBeeing.com. And if QueenBeeing.com, I said that really fast, and I keep getting told to speak slower, but I'm sorry. I am sorry, my friends. It is just not going to happen. When you are improving without a script, most of us tend to talk fast. So if I scripted it, I could speak more like this, but then that'd be weird. So I'm not going to do that. And I'm sorry if I slur my words sometimes. Anyway, queenbeeing.com, lots of information about narcissism over there and how to get help, where to get help. There are links over there to Facebook groups, other groups for support. There is also group coaching available and one on one coaching with myself. Check it out in the main description. And if you need it, it's there. Okay. And also, I was going to say on that one, I don't have it written out yet, but if you ever need an evening appointment, I do not have them listed. You email me and I'll see what I can do to get you in once in a while. Okay. And so there's that too. Okay. I'll talk to you guys hopefully tomorrow, if not Friday, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.